Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Minecraft's Feed the Beast Monster. All right. For those of you who are just joining us, I'm going to take you on a small little tour, and then I have got something exciting planned for today. At least I hope it's exciting. With any luck, we might get blowed up again. All right. For those of you who do follow my series, last week we had storage problems. And because we had the storage problems, we had power problems. Our big power plant back here just could not keep up with our new laser drill. So I was going to build a new power plant. But in order to build a power plant, I needed to do a few other things first. One, I needed some cryothium, I think it's pronounced. Cryothium, yeah, gelid cryothium. So I was having trouble with my interfaces actually putting the cryothium dust into the system, and I had problems with it putting the buckets into the system, but I solved that problem by just putting an item duct in between the interface and the machine. So that's working like a champ. Now, you're probably asking, well, where do you get cryothium dust? Well, you get them from Blizz. Let's see, Blizz. Blizz. Blizz rods come from Blizz. So I actually had to go out, catch a Blizz in a safari net, and put it in our new mob grinder. It's already starting to pay for itself. I'm kind of glad we got sidetracked on that. And it works like a champ. So I taught my ME system how to turn the Blizz into cryothium and Blizz powder, and then turn it into gelid, put them into buckets, and that's going to keep our system cool. Also, with the exterior of our reactor, it needed a lot of iron. Well, unfortunately, the ME system only knows one way to craft any one item. So if I told the ME system that I wanted to get iron from here, right here, iron ore, got tons of it, 24,000 iron ore. Well, I could only tell it how to deal with it one way, either smelt it or pulverize it or cook it. So I couldn't tell it to cook it here and cook it here. It gets confused. So I told it to go ahead and pulverize it first. That doubles the ore, and then cook it. So over here, I kind of bypassed the interface and just threw on some chests. Just put them in the oven. Now I still have interfaces on the underside that sucks the iron out when it's done. So I just kind of getting a lot of iron as fast as I can. Now we're still killing mobs. It's going up. Over here, I kept dumping my my experience, but I couldn't get any of it back without having to reverse the pipe, switch the lever, and actually click on this manually. There's an easier way. I created a shower stall. Woo! I'm taking a shower. Little on-off switch there. Now, once my tank gets too empty, I can just fill it right back up. All right. And of course, I had to make it a private shower. You know, don't want anybody watching me while I'm naked. All right. Now, downstairs, I have started working on a new project. If I just explained that I'm having iron problems. So all right, let me back up here. It's like this when I play. My mind runs 1,000 miles an hour on 20 different projects. All right, my smeltery. This is one of the first things I ever built when I joined the server. But it gets residue. It gets little gunks left over. Look at here. We got millibuckets. We got nuggets and millibuckets. It just, and this electrum here, I've got 0 electrum, but it's still in the system. So I tried coming up with a way of sucking every bit of liquid out and storing it, and I was going to do it back here. Like here we got molten obsidian. Here we got the little blood from, I don't know where the blood came from. Here we've got aluminum brass, which is just about a bucket's worth. And I had actually built an entire row of storage tanks, about a dozen, one for each liquid in the system. Because if you actually hover, you can see up top there we got electrum, invar, bronze, gold, just little bits and pieces here and there. So I was trying to suck it out, just using one big long pipe. Didn't work. Yeah, the pipe kept getting clogged up because there was never enough to actually go into the tank. So I tried running the pipe in a horseshoe shape where it would go down and come back and go back in another smeltery drain. It would still get clogged up. So after trial and error and trying to figure out how to keep my smeltery empty, I decided for a long-term solution of individual smelteries. Yes, individual smelteries. Each smeltery is going to be for a single item. I'm going to have iron. I'm going to have gold. I'm going to have copper. I'm going to have invar. And this looks like it would be a really good place for just tons and tons and tons of individual smelteries. So this whole row, before you know it, is going to be full. Second problem. You know I love a good problem. Good head scratcher. I tried using the new tesseracts because tesseracts will transfer energy, items, and fluids. Well, yeah, I did technically get it to work, but it was not efficient. I couldn't really control what items went through the tesseracts satisfactory, at least satisfactory for me. I'm sure someone else smarter than me has been able to figure it out. So I went ahead and under the floor, where did my pickaxe go? Never leave your pickaxe. I went ahead and ran a huge ME cable the whole length of the floor, the whole length of the floor, the whole length of the floor, going all the way back to where we tie into this terminal right here. Because if you remember this terminal from before, we ran it from upstairs, right over there somewhere. All right, so I'm going to be using the ME system. A lot more control over the ME system. Basically, put an interface, tell it what iron I am willing to allow in here. Nether iron is the same as iron, gravel iron, iron clusters, iron nuggets. All right. Whitelist them. They're the only things allowed in. And it does a bang-up job. It keeps this full. As it smelts, we have our portable ender tank here for lava, and there's no pipes whatsoever. This is our seared tank. I just dropped this on the floor next to the tank. Done. That's it. Don't have to turn nothing. Just leave it as is. Infinite lava. All right, what comes out doesn't matter. We're only putting one thing in. It's going to go in here and it's going to fill up. It's going to harden. Wait for it. And it's going to get sucked out right back into an interface to the ME system. All right, so that's it. I'm converting every bit of iron in my system to iron blocks. Now remember I said we can only teach our ME system one trick. Well, I went ahead and told my ME system for iron. 9 iron ingots from 1 block of iron, because we'll have nothing but blocks of iron in the system. And if we need ingots, it'll just uncraft a block. But we're converting all the iron. All right. So far, so good. We got our iron production going. We got our cryothium production going. Now we need to build a reactor. Yeah, look at this. Went ahead and went down another floor. I wanted to go a little bit deeper because I don't know if this thing will blow up or not, but I used one of the natural Better Dungeons rooms for my reactor room. I love the Better Dungeons. It's basically a pre-built base. All you got to do is just turn the room into what you want. Now, this is where I was experimenting with tesseracts. I built a 5x5 big reactor. It's 100%. It's online. We've got our fuel. We've got our depleted, was it plutonium? No. Cyanthium. Our heat is very low because we're using the cryothium gel. Keeps it nice and cool. All right, we're not overheating. Outstanding. Now, where's the energy going? It's going to the tesseract. Straight into the tesseract. We have our import, yellorium, and we have our export. Nothing there because it's being exported. All right, problem. Tesseracts. When you open a tesseract, you can have it do, like I said, fluids. There we go. We got items, fluids, and energy. I couldn't figure out how to get it to do all three. So I went ahead and had a receiving, a sending, and a power. And the power is sending to another tesseract for the laser drill. All right. Can you see the problem yet? No power. Yeah, check this out. 1,700 flux per tick. Now, if you remember last week, and for those of you just turning in, for the laser drill, we needed 1 million RF per tick. 1 million. So our big reactor isn't even scratching the surface. So I need to go back to the drawing board and figure out a way to get more power. Again, in the meantime, since I know you guys probably get bored of me talking about my problems, I thought it would be kind of neat if we took a trip to the Twilight Forest. All right, it's a portal, it's a gateway, and I'm thinking out here by our nether portal, since we have a nice little forest going on out here. Oh, he can't get the bean. You're a little guy. Oh, you're losing beans left and right. Here, grab that one. Here, grab that one. There you go. Get another one. There you go. All right, so I'm thinking right over here is a good place for a Twilight Forest portal. All right. Now, I went out to the wiki to try and figure out how to do this. And it said I just need a 2x2 water. Okay, good. I need flowers around it. It even said saplings. But I think I've seen someone just use the Minecraft flowers. And that worked. And then throw in a diamond. All right. Bloop. Holy snikes! Okay, somebody needs to update the wiki on that. Well, we got a Twilight Forest portal. Isn't that pretty? Let's see how it looks over here. Oh, yeah. Perfect. All right. I have never been to the Twilight Forest. I don't know what to expect, but the wiki did say be prepared because you can basically show up anywhere. So I'm hoping it's out in the open with no mobs around. And of course, you're probably hoping I'm in a cave with tons of mobs. I try not to disappoint. Oh, I see reindeer. They're flying. Where's Santa? Whoop. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Ooh, it's a house. Is it a witch? Oh, bad stuff. Let's slide it up. What is that? Monster spawner. Skeleton druid. Okay. All right. Now, it's supposed to be always twilight. It never gets light and never really gets dark, I think. I'm not sure. But one of the things I want to do is, since I'm a big fan of Mystcraft, my followers know I like Mystcraft, always have a second way out, just in case. All right. I'm not going to destroy the spawner because I can always take that back with me. I've got a wand. Well, let's see. I'm not really sure where to go, but since we can fly, and we're not cheating, this is not creative mode. Oh, an apple. Piece of candy. I get distracted. Fly. Ooh, what is this? Just a marker or ooh, an apple. Piece of candy. Lapis. Obsidian. Okay, just a beacon. All right. Ooh, I almost forgot. Shoot, I made a way out, but I didn't mark it. Waypoint. New waypoint. Exit. Yeah, we start exploring. We don't want to get lost. Okay, exit. Okay, now, this is where I'm hoping people will recommend what to do around here. I know there's like 4 main bosses. And we're probably not going to do a boss fight this episode, but we will probably definitely do a boss fight. Oh, you know what? Next week would be a good time for a boss fight. All right, I'm going to explore around the Twilight Forest some more, and I'm going to set up a quarry in a couple of locations. And next week, if I can't get my power problem sorted out, we'll come down here and we'll try to see if we can kill one of the Twilight Zone, showing my age, Twilight Forest bosses. All right. Thank you all for stopping by. Share this with your friends. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Let me know what you think. And as always, I will see you next time.